April 30th, 2012. Just making my way down Buttermilk Mountain here in Aspen, Colorado. And we're going to take the Oregon Trail. Make sure the suspension's all opened up. And back down into town. Ski season just ended a couple weeks ago. Ended 3 weeks ago on this mountain. About 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The trees are just now starting to get green. Well, the Aspen trees. The evergreen trees. Unfortunately, I have 5.75 inches of front and rear suspension. When I first started riding mountain bikes, we didn't have any shocks. Shocks aren't really a new thing. I used to have a bike from Schwinn from the 60s. It had shocks on the seat, and it had a front shock, spring shock, the old orange crate. Weighed about 50 pounds. Definitely couldn't have gone down that trail. Now we're going to go catch some single track over here called the more single track in the more open space. about an hour ago, it was completely sunny. Clouds are moving in. Yeah, ski season ended on the 15th, and today's the 30th, so it's been 15 days. Probably be skiing this weekend at Arapahoe Basin. What's really cool is to go to Moab, Utah, 4 hours from here for mountain biking. I've got at least 30 like really cool mountain bike rides, you know, right close to within, 20 miles of the town. And then we have Fruta, which is 2 hours away, and that's some really cool riding. Plus, up here we're riding at like 8, 9, 10, 11,000 feet, where down there you're riding at 5. There's just a whole lot more oxygen up there, down there. This is like up and down in here. And we'll be working our way down into town. Thanks. Straight across there, that's Smuggler. That I was gonna ride up that road instead. And then you get up into those trees, there's all kinds of single track up there. And then in the valley in between the two mountains, Red Mountain, and there's a trail that goes up over Red Mountain. There's a lot of riding out here. It's just it's kind of early in the season for me to be doing steep, long, gnarly climbs. The nice thing about Colorado is once you climb up, that's where we were, way up there, then you get nice long downhill. This is called the Moore Open Space, or this is the Meralt Open Space, excuse me. The Meralts and the Moores were old ranching families. They were neighbors. They both gave away some of their land for open space. I heard, well, here they couldn't really afford to keep it because it was like $7 a year in taxes and back in the 30s, so they just give it to the government. I guess nobody wanted to buy it back then. It's kind of a ghost town. There's a city guy watching the ditches.
I don't care.
Got to keep everything flowing this time of year. The old Italians that own these ranches, they dug these ditches by hand, and they'd bring water out to irrigate. There's an old barn from the 1800s. Back in the 1800s, this town was a silver mining town, and they had all, like, these ore cars are from, they'd come out of the mountain, and they had elaborate gondola systems. And then these ranches on the outskirts of town would raise potatoes and cattle to feed these hungry miners. But you can see this is where we got like our modern day. That's still spinning. Nice. American ingenuity. But that was like an ore car that hung from a cable, and because they mined way up on Aspen Mountain there, and they had to get their loads down. Silver. April 30th, 2012.